Good morning and welcome, USA Wager Sports Brief. I'm your host, Rodney Newpol. It's Saturday, October 30th, 2021. Lots going on in the world of sports. Let's get to it, starting with the World Series game last night, Game 3. Astros just 2 hits in the game. Braves win the game 2-0. 6 total hits for the Braves, 2 for the Astros. Pitching duel in that one. 2-0 Braves. Braves now lead the series 2-1 with Game 4 and 5 tonight and tomorrow. Games 4 tonight, Game 5 tomorrow. Same time, same place there in Atlanta for Game 4 tonight. Same time, same place tomorrow for Game 5. Tonight it's Zach Greinke for the Astros. And as of this morning, it's undecided for the Atlanta Braves. So we'll see where that goes. 53 degrees, a little cloudy in Atlanta, a little cool tonight for World Series Game 4. Then again, tomorrow, Game 5. All right, that is your Major League Baseball World Series update. We'll keep you updated what's going on. Hopefully, for the sake of baseball, we get some next week with the Tuesday, Wednesday type game for Game 6 and 7. But if Atlanta wraps it up, this will be the final days of Major League Baseball for 2021. All right, let's turn our attention over the NBA last night. A bunch of NBA games. Obviously, on a Saturday today, a big slate is college football. But let's get to NBA, NHL first. NBA from Friday, October 29th. Raptors 110-109 over the Magic. Scotty Barnes, big game, 21 points, 9 rebounds. Nets moved to 3-3. They beat the Pacers 105-98. Pacers now 1-5 on the season, 0-4 away from home. The Heat beat the Hornets 114-99. Miami's won 4 of their first 5. Jimmy Butler with 32 and 10. Kings beat the Pelicans in New Orleans. 113-109. Nuggets blasted the Mavericks. Nikola Jokic did play in the game, 11 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists. Nuggets 3-2 on the season, beat them by 31. Mavericks got problems. Dallas seems to have all sorts of problems going on there. Portland beat the Clippers 111-92. Clippers not very good, 42 points for Paul George, but not nearly enough. Trailblazers beat them by 19. And the Lakers beat the Cavs 113-101. The Cavs got off to a good start, 28-21 first quarter, but it was all Lakers from there, winning all 3 of the final quarters. LeBron James, 26 points against his former team. And that is your NBA scores from Friday, October 29th. Let's move over to today, Saturday, October 30th in the NBA. Obviously, a nice slate of games again today as we wrap up the first half month of the season in the NBA. Starting at 4 o'clock Central Time, Celtics at Wizards. Celtics 2-3, Wizards 4-1. Wizards -2, 223.5 is your total. Magic at Pistons, 2 bad teams there, combined 1-9. Pistons -6, 208 is your total. Knicks at Pelicans, Knicks are -6 on the road. Raptors at Pacers, Pacers -2.5 at home, 213 is your total. Hawks at 76ers, Philadelphia's -3 at home, 217 is the total. Jazz are unbeaten. They're in Chicago to take on the Bulls. Utah's -3.5 with a total of 218.5. The Heat are at the Grizzlies. Memphis is -2, 215.5 is the total. Spurs at Bucks, Bucks -7. Bucks are 3-2. San Antonio's 1-4, 223.5 is the total. Thunder at Warriors, Warriors 12.5 point favorites, 219. The Nuggets play back-to-back. They're in Minnesota. Minnesota's -2, 3-1 for the Timberwolves so far. Karl Anthony Towns off to a good start. Timberwolves -2, 220 is your total. And the Cavaliers go to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Suns -10 with a total of 215.5. That is your NBA slate for Saturday, October 30th. All right, NHL on ice yesterday. Fridays are the slower days on ice. Let's get to the Friday scores, and then we've got a big slate of games today to get to. Yesterday's game, Hurricanes 6-3 over the Blackhawks. Rangers 4-0 over the Blue Jackets. Capitals shut out the Coyotes. Coyotes still bad. 2-0. Coyotes 0-7-1 on the season. Panthers 3-2 in overtime over the Red Wings. Panthers now 8-0. Vegas beats the Ducks 5-4. Vegas now 4-4 on the season. And the Senators went to Dallas and beat the Stars 4-1. Both teams 3 wins, 4 losses on the season. Dallas has 1 overtime loss. So the Coyotes and the Blackhawks, neither team has got a win yet to this point. All right, today in the National Hockey League, a nice slate of games. Blackhawks at the Blues tonight, 7 o'clock Central. Blues minus 175 at home. Islanders and Predators, 12:30 this afternoon. Islanders minus 115, total of 5.5. Canadians at the Kings. Kings minus 115. 5.5 is your total. Devils at the Penguins. Penguins minus 145. 6 goals is the total there. Jets at the Sharks. Sharks minus 110 with a total of 6 goals. Panthers at the Bruins. Panthers looking to stay unbeaten. These 2 teams just played. Bruins minus 130 at home. Red Wings at the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs big favorites in that one. Wild at the Avalanche. Avalanche minus 160 with a total of 6 goals. Flyers at the Flames. Flames minus 150 in that game. And the Oilers are at the Canucks with the Oilers minus 145. Edmonton 5-1 on the season, off to a good start in Edmonton. And that is your National Hockey League schedule for today, Saturday, October 30th. All right, let's move over to college football. It is Saturday, big slate of college football. Just under an hour and a half until kickoff time for some of these games. Should be a good slate of college football. A little breezy, a little cool out there. Ranked teams in action. Cincinnati's at Tulane this morning. 27.5-point favorites are the Bearcats. Michigan's at Michigan State. 2 top 10 teams. Michigan is minus 4 on the road. Total of 50.5. Another 11 o'clock game. Iowa's at Wisconsin. Wisconsin's minus 3 at home, as Iowa 6-1, Wisconsin 4-3. Texas is at Baylor. Baylor's minus 2.5. 61.5 is your total. Miami is at Pitt. Pitt is minus 9 at the total of 60.5. Going to 1 o'clock, Iowa State at West Virginia. Iowa State 7.5-point favorite. Number 1, Georgia at Florida. Bulldogs 14-point favorites. Texas Tech is at Oklahoma. The Sooners are minus 19. Colorado at Oregon. Ducks big favorites, 24.5 and total of just 49.5. Duke at Wake Forest. Wake Forest minus 16.5. Ole Miss is at Auburn. Auburn's a 3-point favorite with a total of 66.5. Kentucky is in Starkville to take on Mississippi State. The Bulldogs are a 1.5-point favorite. Kansas at Oklahoma State. The Cowboys minus 29. SMU is at Houston. That is an even spread, total of 61.5. Penn State at Ohio State. Buckeyes minus 19.5. 2 ranked teams. Buckeyes almost 3 touchdown favorites. 60.5 is your total. North Carolina at Notre Dame. The Irish are minus 3.5. Virginia at BYU. BYU is 2.5-point favorite. And Fresno State is at San Diego State. The Fresno State Bulldogs are minus 1, despite being on the road, at 7-0 San Diego State. And that is your college football update. The final Saturday in October. All right, let's move over to the MLS. A slate of games today in the MLS. No games last night, but today's games: NYC FC at Miami. San Jose is at Salt Lake. Montreal is at the Red Bulls. Toronto at Atlanta. Columbus at DC United. And Austin FC is at Dallas. Whew, all sorts of stuff going on today. PGA Tour, the Bermuda Championship, Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Patrick Rogers still up there, but Taylor Pendrith is our leader at 11 under. The Canadian Taylor Pendrith is the leader. He's 1 ahead of Patrick Rogers. Tonight, the Dead on Tools 250 in Virginia is going on in NASCAR. You've also got MMA going on as well. So you've got plenty of action today in the world of sports. All right, that's your USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Newple. Good luck with your bets, your wagers, your fantasy teams, whatever you have today in the world of college football. Obviously, the NBA, NHL, World Series Game 4 tonight. All sorts of action going on. Enjoy the day. Stay warm. Come back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. USA Wager. Once again, I'm your host, Rodney Newple. So long for just a while. We'll see everybody tomorrow. USA Wager Sports.